Well, anyway, it's been an interesting week weather-wise. What are things going to be looking like?
Does look like it'll be a little bit stormier and cooler. One more day of very warm weather, but rain is starting to fall just to the north of Ruidoso near Capitan. Lightning strikes early. Now, thankfully, these storms are weak, and they're generally going to be relatively weak. But here's the problem. These storms are very slow moving. Unlike yesterday, they're moving a little bit to the north with a change in upper-level winds. Capitan along Highway 380, storms are starting to pop up, as well as along Highway 70, something to keep an eye on, especially just to the east of town of Ruidoso. Not only storms developing near Tularosa, even near Timberon in the Sacramento Mountains, but also more storms in the Ski Santa Fe Basin, the Jemez Mountains, the San Mateo Mountains, and more rain showers off to the northwest of places like Gallup. Here's a live look at Red River. We can see some puffy clouds off in the distance and darker clouds starting to form along the higher mountain peaks that may form into some thunderstorms and even some flash flooding, some small hail, strong winds in the coming days, something we'll keep an eye on. 74 degrees at Red River with a 27% relative humidity at Red River, so a beautiful afternoon. 78 Alamosa, 83 in the reserve. It's not going to warm up that much more. And 89 already in Santa Fe, 86 Albuquerque, and 90 in Socorro. 84 Tucumcari, and 91 Roswell. You could be close to 100 as well as Carlsbad with mostly rain-free conditions in southeastern New Mexico, except for, of course, again, we're keeping an eye on the rainfall in Ruidoso in the lower 80s for high temperatures, mid-90s in Clovis. Upper 80s, low 90s in Santa Fe, low to mid 90s in Farmington, and mid to upper 90s in Deming. So temperatures generally not too bad for this time of year, a little bit below normal in some of the higher elevations with rainfall. Otherwise, we'll see above normal temperatures where we won't be raining in Albuquerque for at least most of the day. But storms, again, forming in the mountains, they may form also and move into nearby areas. More on that just a bit, including parts of the Rio Grande Valley. And very likely tomorrow, but just mostly dry in southern New Mexico. Friday, similar compared to today, and then Saturday will be really another stormy day. So tracking those storms forming, and again, the northern mountains, the San Juan Mountains as well, into the Gallup and Grants area. And some of those leftover showers may move into parts of the Rio Grande Valley near Santa Fe. Those storms will weaken later this afternoon in the Sacramento Mountains. Whatever's left over, they may move into showers along I-40 near Albuquerque all the way to Santa Rosa, and strong to severe storms possible near Raton, and then eventually into the panhandle of Oklahoma and Texas. The high pressure will move away. A low pressure will deepen to the southwest. Tropical moisture moving into the land of enchantment as we head into tomorrow, producing more widespread thunderstorms, including Albuquerque. It's going to be a stormy one tomorrow, at least for parts of the metro. Speaking of how much rainfall, well, I think places like Raton all the way to Ruidoso, at least 3/4 of an inch, around a 1/2 inch in Las Vegas. Locally, between a couple tenths of an inch near Socorro, all the way to Alamosa, a 1/2 inch, all the way through the timestamp, which is Sunday, something we'll keep an eye on, including Santa Fe, Camado, around a 1/2 inch to an inch of rain. So a lot of that rain may come at once in some of the thunderstorms, so turn around, don't drown, and avoid flooded roadways and low-lying areas. Low 90s today in Durango, upper 80s ahead with a slightly higher chance of rainfall. Alamosa 80s today, may not reach the 80-degree mark tomorrow and Friday because of storms. Something to keep an eye on. Clovis as well in Cuba and Grants. Storms off to the west, more likely actually in Chile today. And some of the storms may move into places like New Mexico, Silver City, Alamogordo, and Lordsburg. Storms may be accompanied by blowing dust, and also, of course, when thunder roars, go indoors. Some lightning strikes already near Ruidoso. Lovington and Roswell mostly dry, by the way, with this pattern change. Only slightly cooler tomorrow. Near 100 today in Roswell, cooler tomorrow. Clayton, Las Vegas, and more in the 80s and low 90s. Storms will become more potent late in the afternoon and evening, and including the northern mountains. Espanola, Santa Fe, high 80s, low 90s. And from Moriarty, Ascensia, Cedar Crest, East Canyon winds picking up after storms form to your east. From Rio Rancho, Belen, and Albuquerque, a big dip in temperatures tomorrow. Another good chance of rain Saturday, hotter and drier next week.
All right, thanks, Ryan.
Of course.
Thank you very much.